Hello and welcome to my channel. I created this channel specifically to share and develop stories. I hope you enjoy it. It's 1980. I'm 12 years old, but I look like I'm 8 years old. I'm in a large ballroom in Chester, Pennsylvania. As far as the eye can see, there are card tables lined up 10 feet apart. I'm at a board gaming convention, and I'm there for the Diplomacy tournament. Diplomacy is my favorite game, and I am very good at it. I'm at a table with 6 other men, the youngest of which is at least twice my age and looks to be at least 3 times the age I look. And I can tell right away that they're playing the wrong game. Diplomacy has 2 real pieces to it. One is the units, how they move, how the mechanics of the game work. But the bigger part of the game is what is the name of the game. It's diplomacy. It's making and breaking alliances to work together. Now, what I can see, why I can see they're playing the wrong game is that the 3 countries closest to me, and each player plays a country, have already let me know that they think I have no clue what I'm doing and that they're going to destroy me right away. This is not the proper thing to do in this case. The proper thing to do in diplomacy is to take somebody like that, take them under your wing, help them out, have them help you, work together for joint gain. And then as soon as they're no longer useful, stab them in the back and take all their stuff. But they haven't done this, and this has allowed me over the next 4 turns, which is a lot of turns in diplomacy, to stave off all of their attacks. And in fact, although I'm on the ropes, because 3 against 1 in diplomacy is really tough to come back from. Although I'm on the ropes, they're in very bad shape because the remaining 3 players have all fought. 1 has gained supremacy, wiped out the other 2 players, taken all their stuff. And now the 3 players attacking me are being attacked from behind by the remaining player. The only hope they have is for the 4 of us to join together and try to fend off the remaining player. They come to me and say, how about a truce so that we can fend off the other player? And I say, no way. After you guys have attacked me, without even listening to me, no way. Instead, we all agree, the remaining players, to a 5-way tie. This is actually enough to get me into the next round of the tournament. Unfortunately, that's well past my bedtime, and my father's there to pick me up. So I go home. Over the intervening years, my friends and I play diplomacy a lot. We play board games every week, and at least once or twice a month we play diplomacy, and I'm very good at it. It's August of 1985, and I've played a lot more diplomacy since then and won a lot of games. In fact, when my friends and I all talked about what animals best represent us, I said, I think a badger would be great. And they all said, no, we think a rat would be better. And so, in fact, that is now my nickname, Rat. One Saturday, when nothing seems to be going on, I called up one of my friends to see if they wanted to do something. And their father answered and said, oh, I just dropped Jim off at Gaston's house for diplomacy. I thought, oh, whoa, I guess I missed that somehow. Now, this is back in the day before cell phones. This was actually, we didn't even have an answering machine at this point in time. So it wasn't at all unusual to miss an invitation. But knowing that the game was going on, I walked over to my friend Gaston's house, which was a short walk away. As I get to Gaston's house, I go down into the basement, which is about a 10 by 20 space with a large gaming table in the middle and seating all around. A great place for teenagers to have some privacy, but for the parents to know that they're that they're not in too much trouble. We played down there a lot. Anyway, as I arrived that day, Gaston says to me, he says, what are you doing here? I said, oh, I heard you're playing diplomacy, so I came to play. He said, oh, you're not invited. And I said, what do you mean I'm not invited? I'm always invited. He said, Not today. We're tired of being stabbed in the back. And I said, but that's the part of the game. It's even right on the box that that's part of what you should do. And he said, oh, that may be, but we're tired of it and we want to play without you. And so I left. And in fact, that's the last time I saw Gaston. It's the last time I saw almost all of them. On the way home, walking through the green suburban streets, I realized that it was actually me who had been playing the wrong game all this time. What if, instead of going to win for myself, I instead worked with the Allies, and instead of stabbing them in the back afterwards, I made sure that they had a piece of the win. And so that anybody who ever allied with me would know that at the end we would win this thing together or not at all. Then instead of having 100 or so single victories in this game, I might have thousands of joint victories with other people. And in fact, in life and business, I really took this to heart from that point on. And that's exactly what I've tried to do. And in fact, I have maybe not as many personal, huge wins as I could have had otherwise, but I have many, many small wins and joint wins, and I have more games I'm invited to than I could ever possibly go to. Thank you. If you like this story, please be sure to click like, and also please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for listening.